Hi, everyone. Welcome to Movies with My Mother. I am Alexi.
And I'm Mom Lori.
And today we watched our 99th movie, our final favorite movie
Yay!
today. And we watched one of my favorites, Abigail from 2024. It's a hard R. It's 109 minutes long, and it was directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette.
Yes.
Now, it got an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I feel like, unless it's Hitchcock horror trends low on Rotten Tomatoes. So I feel like I guess this is as fair as it's going to get.
Yeah. I was surprised when I saw that it was that high.
I think it's a bit low for as good as this movie is.
I'm talking about Rotten Tomatoes high.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We watch movies that have a 6.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Crazy.
It got 62 on Metascore and 6.5.10 out of IMDb, which is bad. Why is it so low? IMDb sucks.
Yeah. We say that every single time.
It had a budget of about $28 million
I saw that.
and a worldwide gross of about $42.7 million, which again I think is low for a movie this good.
Right.
I know they got my theater money because we went and saw this in the theater.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that also. I thought, that kind of sounds like good money, but then when you think about it, no, that's not good money.
No, and I really think that this is Universal for years has been trying to recapture the magic of the old-timey Universal horror movies, the Draculas, the Frankensteins, the Bride of Frankensteins. They've been trying to recapture that by remaking these movies, and they haven't been very good. This one is the only one that is a shining light in the whole group of uh reimaginings,
Okay.
because this is supposed to be a loose remake of Dracula's Daughter, but it really isn't, because that movie is a completely different movie than this.
Right. They said in everything that I read it was an original adaptation. That's what they were calling it. Original adaptation.
Which is wholly misleading, because this movie, the only connection to this is that it's about a girl who's a vampire with a dad that's a vampire.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe in 1936 things were different than they are now.
Well, we can talk about that when we get there,
Okay.
because it's a whole different movie.
You know what? I did read where further it went that it was not this movie at all.
It's a whole
It was
different
not
movie.
Dracula's Daughter at all.
No. Like I said, the only connection is that this little girl is a vampire with a vampire dad.
Okay. Well,
And in this movie we see the dad. I don't think in Dracula's Daughter Dracula shows up.
okay. Yeah, because the movie is titled Daughter, so there would be no Dracula in it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. The basic plot of this movie is that a 6-member crew kidnaps the young daughter of a wealthy man. Now, the crew, before they kidnap the daughter, are not privy to who this child belongs to. They just know that her father apparently is rich, and they're going to take her for ransom.
Yep.
And horror ensues.
And lots of it. Lots of it. But I don't think this movie would be as good as it was if some of that wasn't there. Do you?
Um, don't think that like the Evil Dead blood, the splatter gore, I don't think that that really needed to be there to
Oh,
keep it as atmospheric as it was.
I have to disagree.
Okay.
I think that was all completely part of it.
I did like when they blew up.
That was yeah, that was exciting. And they blew into bits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that part. I know a few people that I would like to see explode.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I thought that it was all part of the movie. I can see why you say it probably didn't need to be that way, but I liked it.
Like it's a vampire movie, so there does have to be a level of blood and guts.
Yep.
But I don't think I don't think that the absence of the as much blood and guts would have hurt this movie.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think it would have. No, you're right.
No. Did it was it entertaining? Of course it was entertaining.
Hell yeah.
But did it need to be there? Maybe not.
I understand what you're saying, but I liked it.
I also didn't like how all of the vampires had different teeth. That bothered me.
Well, everybody has different teeth. Why would the vampires not have different teeth? It kind of they kind of went in the time when they were turned into vampires, you know?
Well, yeah, I get that, but I also okay, I I am the gentleman vampire fan.
Oh,
I am not the wild dog vampire fan,
okay.
the gnawing rat vampire fan.
All right.
So, I don't like when they don't have human teeth,
Okay. Oh, okay.
but that's just me.
All right. I did think that it was weird when Dad walked through the door and he looked like I don't know, he had on that long coat. I mean,
That velvet turtleneck.
yeah, dude, this is, you know, the 21st century. I mean, you need to up your wardrobe a little.
Well, I didn't think that he looked out of time. I thought he looked extremely wealthy because you know that entire outfit was worth more than our entire lives combined.
Yes.
But I did notice that he was extremely pale in
Y-
comparison to Abigail.
yes. I did notice that also. And I guess you can dress any way you want when you're Daddy Warbucks.
It's true, and I would. If I had more money than sense, I would look like it.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
So,
But I don't understand the teeth thing, but I understand what you're saying,
yeah,
that they should be human teeth. I get it.
yeah.
They the teeth in this were rather animal-ish teeth.
Even animal teeth, like, I feel like some of them had, like, fish teeth, you know what I mean? Have you ever seen fish with teeth?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that's, I think, what bothers me the most is, like, they weren't, like, wolf teeth, they weren't, you know, Bigfoot
Oh.
teeth, they looked like carnivorous fish teeth.
I okay, I absolutely see that now. Yes. And they did. They were all rather yes.
Yeah, so,
Interesting.
you know, I understand the rat fangs, I understand wolf fangs, I
But they
don't understand fish teeth.
right, they were not at all dog teeth like you would think. Worst case scenario, they look like dog teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right now. Okay. But they were kinda gory, weren't they?
Oh, they were if somebody came at me with a mouthful of teeth that looked like that, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
Coming from somebody without good teeth.
Yeah, me too.
But Yeah, the teeth took me out of it a bit.
Okay.
They had me with the eyes.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like um a vampire that you're we're I guess we're by context clues, we're supposed to believe that the father is probably eons old.
Yes.
And why is he so pale?
Yes.
Why hasn't he adapted? Well, probably because he's at the top of the food chain and he doesn't give a fuck. But
Right.
which is very well the case and is a perfectly good answer. But I feel like if I had to, a couple thousand years to blend in, I'd blend in better.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah.
in
Interesting.
in an Anne Rice book, because they mention Anne Rice vampires, there's all different vampires,
Yes.
and depending on who's writing is how the vampire acts, looks, behaves,
Yes.
their powers. At one point, Lestat in the Anne Rice books is like, "Well, I'm kind of done being a vampire. I'm kind of done. I've done all there is to do, and I'm going to fly to the sun."
Okay.
What is going on?
I, they're none of them are by each other.
Okay,
You okay, man?
Ashy, come here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
He's
Anyways,
he's been running around like a crazy person, and he's the one yelling. Tallulah's gonna say, "What's he yelling
yeah,
about?"
she's gonna go fight with him.
Yes.
Well, anyways, Lestat decides that he's gonna fly to the sun, and so he goes to the Gobi Desert, and he just starts flying up. And he flies and flies and flies and flies and flies. And his skin burns, but he doesn't die. And so, like the rest of the book, he's just walking around with a wicked tan
Okay.
because his skin healed, but it was still, he had a very handsome glow because tried to fly into the sun.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, I don't know, fly into the sun a little bit. But
Yes.
apparently they can't because did you see that when they turned Sammy when Sammy had turned into a vampire, a little bit of sun exploded her
Yes.
and Abigail's hand blew off when that sun hit her.
Yes. Well, it didn't really blow off. It kind of oozed off.
Kind of exploded. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
The basic cast, let's get back on track here.
Yeah, sorry.
The basic cast is Melissa Barrera, Dan Stevens, Alicia Ware, William Catlett, Catherine Newton, Kevin Durand, Angus Cloud, Giancarlo Esposito. He's great in everything.
Yes.
And Matthew Good. Matthew Good played the father.
Yeah,
That's all you see.
that's yeah. Anything you see, it's just them. Yes. I thought it was all perfect.
Yeah.
I thought each person looked like the person they were supposed to be. It was okay. It was good. Oh, you're like, what?
Listen, I didn't pick this movie just because I had it. I really, really like this
I
movie.
get it. And I understand why. This is another picture that we have looked at that was like, wow, look at all that stuff.
Yeah.
Everything around them was so cool.
Oh, if I had, okay, going back to having more money than sense, I would have a hunting lodge filled with antlers and shit,
Dead stuff. Okay.
velvet wallpaper,
Yeah.
bears.
Yes. Everything was really cool to look at.
Yeah.
And absolutely, there should have been a hidden door in that library.
Oh,
Absolutely.
there should have been hidden doors all over that whole house.
Yes. Well, there were, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
How'd she get around? Oh, well, it didn't really matter, does it? Oh, my.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think the cast of characters was perfect.
Yeah.
It was stunningly beautiful again. It was dark, but it was really pretty. That was really cool looking background stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
I think this is a I think this is one of the only dark universe movies that actually was worth watching and worth
Really?
watching a second time,
Okay.
because they've made the Wolfman a couple times and both of them are not great.
Okay.
And Guillermo del Toro just did Frankenstein for Netflix, and without having read the book and from what I understand of the book, the movie was very close to what the book was like, more so than what the original movie was like.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So,
Yeah, very interesting.
and they've made Dracula movies ad nauseum. And I think the only good one is Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula with Gary Oldman. That one is superb.
Okay, I've never seen that one either.
Oh, it's great.
Okay. All right. Hey, I thought this movie was gripping.
Yeah, you really were paying attention.
And like I said, I heard screaming in the theater, and it was pretty exciting. So I think I liked it. I don't think I'd ever want to watch it again. This isn't the kind of movie that I would, turn on and kick back and watch, but it was okay. It was okay.
Listen, comparing these to the Wolfman movies and the new Frankenstein, I think this is great.
Okay. Well, they keep remaking and remaking and remake. There's nothing to remake. Stop. Just stop. The best stuff has already been done. But this one was pretty exciting. When I I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't know that I was expecting the little girl to be a vampire.
Oh, okay.
I I don't think anything that I read said that she was, but you kept saying it's a vampire movie, it's a vampire movie, and
you
I
were
don't know why I didn't put two and two together.
you were just waiting for the vampires to come out of the woodwork.
I think I was. I think I was.
Okay, no, that's fine.
But then it was her, and it was like, oh, oh wow, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah,
Wow, cool. I thought it was pretty cool. I would, if you're into vampire movies and blood, guts, and gore is your thing, tune in.
yeah.
Absolutely, you'll enjoy it.
I think it's worth the watch. And that's not just me, being a fangirl. I think it's a good movie.
It is, yes, absolutely. I can't even imagine how it would be in a theater, all dark around you,
Oh, it was
and
awesome.
the sound. Oh my goodness.
Because when we went to go see the movie, Justin's like, "You want to go see Abigail?" And I'm like, "I know word one not about this movie.
Uh-huh.
I don't." I walked into that movie completely blind. I hadn't
Oh,
watched a trailer. I hadn't read anything. I was just like, "All right, let's go see a movie." And I was not. I do not trust Justin's. Let's go see a horror movie in the theater,
okay.
because we have been misled a few times.
Okay.
But this one was really good and I was very, very surprised.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It was pretty
because
exciting.
they're not always this good.
No. Then on the other hand, sometimes you don't want them to be this good, do you?
Well, I mean, I'm paying for it, so yes, I do. But
Yes. Okay. All right. All right, I get it. I enjoyed it.
good, I'm glad.
But no, I would not watch it again.
That's fine
Yeah.
because I know horror is not your thing.
No, no, too much screaming in the theater. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. You want to know about the directors?
Sure.
This is the first one I have had to, well, Alexis has pointed out that we have done movies with more than one director. And, um, but it was kind of decided that one person would be the director and the other guys wouldn't. So, and I get that.
Yeah.
This is the first movie I have had to look into two directors to get my information.
Yeah.
So, although when we did the brothers, I can't put a name on them, Lex.
The Coen
The
brothers.
Coen brothers. We did. I did learn about um the whole operation.
Yeah.
So, and that I can understand that because they're brothers and they work side by side together. These two guys just kind of came together. So, I think that's an interesting thing too. So, for Matt Bettinelli, Olpen,
Sure.
and Tyler Gillette, I think they came together and made a pretty spectacular movie. All right, Matt is a director, writer, author, musician. He was a founding member of the punk band Link 80. And I tried to look him up and I didn't recognize anything, but
I've never heard of them, but I'm not a huge, like, just straight up punk
right.
fan.
That has never been one of my favorite types of music. I know of some punk stuff, but that's, not something I would listen to. He's also co-creator of the filmmaking collective Chad, Matt, and Rob. And then he was also involved in Radio Silence, which is now a production company for the most part.
Yeah, and Radio Silence did this movie.
Yes, yes, yes.
I remember seeing that in the credits.
hmm Um, Chad, Matt, and Rob they did shorts in comedy, horror, sci-fi, and adventure stuff. And they also do found footage stuff.
Okay.
And when we've talked about found footage stuff, and I have some information about found footage stuff, which I'm personally not a fan of that, but it's a whole definite technique.
Oh, yeah.
And and it's also a genre.
Yeah.
Who what how do you get from a technique to a genre?
Well,
You
because
know,
one guy does a really good one, and then we have to shit out 35 more copying it.
and that's what it is. People think that they can do it and it's presented as, one person, one video.
Because, like, Paranormal Activity, that was made for like $60,000
Yeah.
and it made like $1 billion.
Yep.
And it
Yep.
spawned like 5 or 6 sequels. Like, so that's one of the ones that did it well at the start.
Right.
Going further into the story, it was not good, but
Right. And that's part of the thing, the shaky camera work, the improvisation stuff, the naturalistic everything. It's just like it happens.
yeah. We did watch As Above, So Below, and I did
Yes.
like that.
I remember we watched that and I thought it was okay. I didn't find it, I've never seen Blair Witch. I've only ever seen commercials and stuff on TV. And the the 30-second commercial makes me car sick. So I would not want to go watch that.
Okay, real talk. Blair Witch is not one of my favorite movies. Like,
And
I
I
never
understand
liked it
why. I couldn't even start to watch it with all that jumping around. I can't even imagine. But People love it. And the found footage part of it is, it, it makes you think that it is the only surviving footage of the incident. So, and they want that because everybody is gone. Any other witnesses to the event are gone. And this is, and we think of this as brand new stuff. It's not.
No.
They had found manuscripts or something like correspondence or a diary that was purportedly written by a character. And I think often of William Shakespeare. There's so much stuff that has been found of William Shakespeare. How many William Shakespeares were there? It really makes you wonder.
And that's a rabbit hole to go down sometime. Is
Right.
because some some people are of the position that William Shakespeare was an illiterate, basically grueling moron,
Right.
who and just got lucky enough to take credit for somebody else's work. And a lot of people think that a writer named Christopher Marlowe
Yep.
was the actual writer of all of Shakespeare's like major stuff. Now, the validity of that, I don't know because that's literature I don't like reading.
Right.
So,
What's true. And I was a huge fan of that Oak Island show.
oh yeah, yeah.
For years I watched that, and it's only since I started streaming that it's hard to find anyway. Anyway, there's supposedly William Shakespeare stuff down in the hole.
Which
So
why?
I don't know. Because of the fact that everything is down in the hole. Holy Grail, William
Oh,
Shakespeare,
okay,
Pirates Booty, everything's down there.
okay.
So I still love Oak Island. And the first found footage film is the 1980 cult film Cannibal Holocaust.
Okay, we've talked about Cannibal Holocaust before.
That is considered the very first found footage movie
Okay.
by experts, whoever those experts are. So
Cannibal Holocaust is the story of a filmmaker and a small crew going into the backwoods of the Amazon
huh?
and filming the tribes that live in the Amazon.
Yeah.
And so that they're kind of getting along with this tribe, and then something happens where they're like, no, that's it's fine and well that we're killing animals and stuff to eat. We're also killing people.
Yeah. Yes.
And the director was real savvy with it because he told all of the principal characters, I need you to star in this movie, and then I need you to lay low for like a year.
Oh my
I
gosh.
need you to not be seen. We're not going to do any big, red carpet shit. We're not going to do anything. You're going to disappear for like a year, and people are going to think that, oh my God, they got eaten by Amazons in the jungle. And he went on trial for murder.
Oh my gosh.
And he only when he was arrested and put on trial did he have the characters come out of hiding, like, oh hi, we're alive, we're here,
Oh
this
my
was just a movie.
God. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Huh?
So the human death in that movie is not real, but the animal death is, and that's
Ew.
is offensive to me.
Yeah, we don't need to see that.
Nope.
So, yeah. Okay, let's get back to Matt. He was raised in Oakland, California, and he attended the University of California at Santa Cruz. Didn't the last guy we read about go to Santa Cruz also?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
in 1999, while attending college, he directed. Now, this is another band I've never heard of. Alkaline Trio's first music video.
Oh, okay.
Do you recognize that?
I've seen Alkaline Trio in concert.
Oh my Goodness, really?
Yeah, they opened up for My Chemical Romance in Ypsilanti at
Oh
Eastern Michigan.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, he did their very first music video.
Uh, Trio is one of those bands that like I should have loved, but I never really got into. Like I like some of their songs, but I don't like I'm not like a huge fan.
All right.
The lead singer is pretty high up in the Church of Satan.
Oh, okay. Didn't I just read? Oh, that's of course why you would know it. Didn't I just also read? Didn't while I was doing this that they are on a comeback tour, maybe, or they've recently done a comeback tour type thing?
Well, I don't know because I don't
Oh,
pay attention to them. I don't know.
okay.
I only know that Matt Skiba is pretty high in the Church of Satan, the Levian Church of Satan. Because I read weird stuff.
All right. And that's it. I read all this stuff and then I think, now where does that go? I didn't make a note of it, which I should have.
And Matt Skiba did tour around with Blink 182 for a hot minute when Tom and Mark from Blink 182 weren't getting along.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he's a multi-band guy.
I would say so. All right. So in the early 2000s, Matt had been living with a group of writers known as the Lonely Island. And I think I've heard of them. It's Adam Sandberg, um,
Andy Samberg,
Andy Samberg, Akia Schaefer.
Kiva Schaefer, and Jorma Taccone.
Yeah,
Do you know who they are?
I I think I do.
They did the Saturday Night Live digital shorts when Andy Samberg was a cast member, and they also did Hot Rod. We watched Hot Rod.
Oh, okay, yes. Gosh, I know this group of people. Why do
That's crazy. The Lonely Island, huh?
Yep, yep, he lived with them, so whatever that means. I mean, bunch of struggling guys working together, making a living, living in the same house. I think it's kind of cool. Okay, so then he got a job at the mailroom at New Line Cinema, where um, and that's where he started Chad, Matt, and Rob. It's and it's at this time that Radio Silence also kind of started, but
Okay.
they started independently. And at New Line, and it's at New Line that he oh my gosh, here's my handwriting again. Oh, he would sneak in and watch them making their movies,
Oh, okay.
and then after that, he would sneak his group into the offices, and they would do little shows and skits filming inside the offices at New Line.
Okay.
And he used that as their set. And apparently they were very popular online, which I don't remember that.
No.
I wasn't into the shorts and stuff at the beginning. I've just recently really started watching the shorts and the TikToks and stuff. So
Okay.
then after that ended, he started working with Radio Silence with Tyler Gillette, Justin Martinez, and Chad Viella.
Sure. That's a familiar name. Why is that a familiar name?
Their first movie, and I know why. Their first movie was something called VHS in 2012,
Oh,
and they did segments of found footage stuff. And also, um, Matt was into he did some of the Scream franchise. And
oh,
and a lot of the stuff that I read, when he does something, he brings his people in.
sure.
All the people that Well, who wouldn't? If I know that what me and you have is a good thing, we're going to work together. So, there was also in 2018, Matt and Gillette did a comedy thriller called Ready or Not.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Okay, I've seen VHS and Ready or Not. They're making a sequel that's coming out.
Really? I don't
Uh,
think I read that.
the little girl that played Sammy is going to be in Ready or Not too.
Okay. And that was nominated for a Best Horror Film at the Saturn Awards.
It really was a great movie.
All right.
It also had people exploding.
Oh,
It did.
okay. And then in 2020, it was announced that that Brittinelli
Bettinelli?
Bettinelli Oakland would do a Scream. He would get in on the Scream franchise.
Oh, okay. Well, they kind of sucked after part 3 anyways, so go ahead.
Oh well, Scream 6, Scream 6 in 2023 won a Best Movie Award at the MTV Movie
Well,
Awards.
that's not saying a lot.
Well, that's a whole bunch of people watched that.
Yeah. Think of who's watching MTV in 2025, 2023.
All right.
Also, MTV just died.
I heard that. Okay, anyway, it was ranked number 3 on Hollywood Reporter's list of best slasher movies of the decade. So that doesn't help it out any? Oh well, whatever.
I mean,
Just because you got a title doesn't mean you're anything.
right.
So in 2024, our movie was nominated for Best Wide Release Movie at the 2024 Fangoria Chainsaw Awards.
Sure.
Absolutely. And it's included on many best of lists. And I agree. I thought it was a pretty darn good movie. Um, and he used the two guys used a lot of music from Asian Man Records as well as um, using Bay Area groups. So they promoted, music from around where they were and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
So I like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I know about Matt. Now we'll talk about Tyler.
Sure.
Tyler Gillette is also an actor, director, writer, producer. He was born and raised in Flagstaff, Arizona,
Okay.
which seems odd to me. What's in Flagstaff, Arizona? But another recent director we watched came out of Arizona. But anyway,
Isn't that Spielberg?
yeah, yeah. He earned here's something else we were talking about just the other day. He earned a BFA in film production and studio photography from the University of Arizona.
Okay.
So, who wants a Bachelor of Fine Arts? But anyway, he began his film career in the camera department on the Will Ferrell movie Semi Pro.
Okay. I've never seen that one.
Me either, but I know of that movie. So I think that's a step up. But Will Ferrell, I mean, at that time, Will Ferrell was pretty big, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Later, he started directing some little shorts and he did comedians and troops and things like that, which, you got to expand your horizons. Then he directed, produced, and edited the series Domesticating, Funny in Love and Books. And that was now you won't even know this. That was for Freeman, the media company, which is a British media group.
Okay.
So you You wouldn't, and they're still around today. Some of the stuff I watch is from them.
Oh, cool.
So let's see. 2009 brought around Chad, Matt, and Rob, and he joined and he directed and co-produced, co-wrote, co-edited, and was the cinematographer on 3 shorts that they did some found footage and horror stuff for. Then then when Chad, Matt, and Rob dissolved, he went on to Radio Silence with Matt. Oh, and they also had another director, Justin Martinez, and I think he's been involved with them from the beginning in parts and bits, especially in the VHS movie. Let's see. And they started the next movie they started in 2014 was Devil's Due, and then Ready or Not, then the Scream franchise,
Okay.
and then in 2024 he went with our movie. Oh, and they were this is that I wrote this as an extra bit because we do a podcast. So in 2020, which seems like a really long time ago,
It really does.
was that kind of the birth of podcasts back then?
Oh.
Okay, they were long before
Oh,
then.
yeah.
He did an episode of the podcast Reply All. I know nothing about
I've
it.
never heard of it.
Um, and um, he asked people to identify, or he went on there to ask the people that were listening to identify a song that he had heard in the 90s. Well, that's kind of weird. I mean, what do you mean? Who hears a song in the 90s and is still thinking about it? Well, apparently that guy.
Listen, there are whole subreddits devoted to who is this actor? If I give you the vaguest storyline of a movie I saw 30 years ago, can you tell me what movie it was? And people figure it out. It's wild.
And that's kind of what the whole thing was, and they went on to identify the song, and he created a group that tried to recreate the song to the best of this guy's memory, and I thought it was it's kind of like we're scraping the bottom trying to and here we are. um he has been nominated and has won many MTV Movie Awards,
Okay.
TV awards. And then, like I said, this our movie is considered an original adaptation, and it premiered at the Overlook Film Festival.
Oh, cool.
It didn't just come to TV. They started development of this in April of 2023, and now listen to this timeline.
Okay.
Once they identified this, April of 2023, Radio Silence was developing a Universal Monster movie that it was going to title Dracula's Daughter, which, and then by January of 2024, the official name became Abigail. And then they brought in people and they started working up the script. And Matt and Gillette decided that they were going to absolutely keep Dracula completely out of the picture,
Sure.
which they did. I don't, never once during the movie while we were watching did I think Dracula. And I thought, oh, it's kind of hard to keep Dracula out of a vampire movie, but I think they did it.
Yeah.
I think it turned out pretty well.
Oh, there's plenty of room in the world of fiction to have a billion different vampires other than Dracula.
Okay.
So, yeah, 100%.
All right. I get it. Melissa Ferreira?
Uh-huh.
Is that the little girl?
No, that was the Joey.
Oh, okay. She was cast from the Scream movies, one of the Scream movies they did.
Okay.
For the next month, more of the cast was filled out, and in June of 2023, Giancarlo
Esposito.
Esposito, I knew I was going to say that. I even wrote it big so I'd was cast into the supporting role.
Giancarlo Esposito is great. Every time you see him on screen, he is just doing something
Yep.
crazy. Like stabbing somebody in the back. He was the bad guy on Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, his death on that show was so good.
My gosh.
Oh,
So filming pre-production and all that other stuff filming began in May of 2023 in Dublin,
okay.
and that was going to stand for Boston, which they never said in the movie where the movie was, but we were kind of supposed to think about Boston when we saw this.
Okay. For some reason, I had Miami in my mind, which,
Oh, no, the buildings were wrong for that.
okay. But I feel like the streets weren't.
Oh, you know what? Because there was a lot of glittering lights and
Yeah.
like bars and things. I
So,
mean, just in that couple of minute flash that we saw. Okay, interesting.
I don't know.
Well, it never said where it was
It,
set, and it never um inferred that it was anywhere.
it could have been anywhere USA for all I care.
Absolutely. Most of the filming was done at the Guinness Manor, which is the ancestral home of the Guinness family in Phoenix Park, which
Yeah.
I think I might leave the country to go see that.
Oh, yeah.
That would maybe encourage me to leave the country, but I'm not sure. And then filming was suspended during the actor strike, but returned in November of 2023 to finish up in December. And it was released on April. It was released in April of 2024 in theaters.
Yep.
And then it was released on DVD and Blu-ray in July of 2024. So I think the timeline of this movie is
Real short.
unbelievable. April of 2023 to
April of 2024.
no,
From conception to screen, a year.
yeah. Oh, right. It did come out in April of 2024, didn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy. I think that's about the fastest turnaround we've seen in a long time. You know, usually there's 6, 8, 12 months to do all that pre-production
Oh, yeah.
and then another 6, 8 months to do the after stuff.
Uh-huh. But I don't think there was a lot of um well, her arm growing back and all the exploding bodies. But from there, I don't think there was a lot of, like CGI involved.
No, no, when the girl's arm healed, when she wiped that
Eh,
bullet hole off of her forehead. No, you're
Yeah.
right. There was not a lot. But where it was placed, it was strategically placed.
Yeah. And that's what takes so long in those movies that that have a lot of computer aided design.
Right, that post-production stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we've talked about a movie that started and came out in a year in a long time. Some of those really old movies we watched didn't take very long to do.
No.
So I think it's all just kind of wow.
Yeah, that is wild. And especially because usually people don't have enough juice to get things done moving that fast.
Right, right. But because it wasn't just one guy's idea. This was a whole team's idea.
Yeah.
And these guys had worked together for a while, and I think they put out a pretty
They were able to flesh something out a
Yep.
whole lot faster than just one guy
Yep,
cranking away at a typewriter.
absolutely. Absolutely. I was impressed. I was impressed, and I'm not a big fan of these kind of movies, but wow, this movie was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I think it's one of the better offerings from the Universal Dark Universe.
Yeah, yeah.
They try to
So,
remake The Mummy with fucking Tom Cruise in it. Fucking
well,
Tom Cruise.
everything's got to have Tom Cruise's stupid face in it anymore. I mean, aren't we? Haven't we seen enough of him and Leonardo DiCaprio?
So sick of him.
Didn't I see he's coming up in something? I think, oh my god, why do we have to see them again? So yeah, so that's what I got. What you got?
Well, I most of the trivia is in paragraph form,
Ay,
which,
ay,
as you
ay.
know, I hate. So I only wrote down 2 little bits of trivia, and I'm going to read the rest because I'm not writing 78 paragraphs.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
And one of them we've already talked about, that this is a loose remake of Dracula's Daughter. Also, I went and I pulled up the basic plot outline of Dracula's Daughter. This is the 1936 Dracula's Daughter.
Oh yes, 1936.
Although
Yes.
Count Dracula was destroyed by Van Helsing, who is now being tried for his murder, Dracula's daughter, the Countess Maria Zaleska, is still alive, and her father's death has brought her no closer to eradicating her vampiric thirst for blood. When attempts to free herself of the disease fail, she turns to psychiatrist blah 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 for assistance, but soon finds herself struggling with the desire to make him one of the undead as well.
Hmm.
Which is not even iota like this movie.
No, not at all.
You know,
All right.
so one of the other things that I wrote down was that Alicia Weir is Irish,
Yes,
and she learned her flat American accent from watching television and did not use a dialect coach.
she did. She did good.
She did great.
Yeah.
And speaking of other accents, Kevin Durand is from Quebec, and when they were like, "Oh, you can use your Quebecois accent," and he was just like, "Oh, I can? Really?" And that was the first time that he has been able to do that in his film history.
Oh, interesting.
Um, the directors were so impressed by Alicia Weir's dancing that they added more dancing to the movie.
Oh, wow.
Um, this was one of Angus Cloud's final movies. He died of a drug overdose in July of 2023.
Hmm.
And he had signed an autograph for one of the crew members. And that's the autograph is what they put on screen when they put the in memory of at the end.
Oh, uh-huh.
And after he died, Melissa Barrera had it printed on T-shirts for everyone at Film Wrap.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, he was very young.
Yeah. Um, in an interview with Total Film, the directors felt they needed to apologize to the cast for the volume of blood they use on set. They said, "All of our movies are bloody." But I would say that this is definitely the most bloody. We spent a lot of time apologizing to the actors on this movie. I mean, blood is in the DNA of a vampire movie, and the amount of blood work in this one, it's pretty extreme, but it's still fun.
I have to agree with that. I just can't even imagine this movie with less blood.
Yeah. Tyler Gillette spoke to Empire about Abigail's design and specifically her teeth. We talked about the teeth a lot. We wanted them to look more primal and animal than usual vampire fangs. Abigail's are a kind of teeth on top of teeth, like a shark's mouth, those apex predators. When they open their mouth, you see they're designed to inflict as much damage as possible. Which carnivorous fish?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Absolutely.
Obviously, their names, their pseudonyms in the movie is the Rat Pack.
Right. Right. I got that right off. As soon as he started naming off people, I thought, oh, I get it.
With comedian Don Rickles not being considered a fully fledged member, he said, I never received an official membership card, but Frank made me feel part of the fun.
Yep. And Don Rickles would have given his eye teeth to be in the Rat Pack. Hated Don Rickles.
Don Rickles wasn't a handsome man.
What?
He was short. He was not handsome.
Oh, not handsome. I thought you said handsome. I thought, what?
He looks like a turtle.
I don't like. I never thought Don Rickles was one tiny bit funny. I did not like him.
And he's short. Though I have to think that the members of the Rat Pack were not extremely tall men either. Because I feel like men of that time just weren't
tall. Maybe Peter Lawford was.
I don't know. That's something that's a rabbit hole we'll have to go down later.
Absolutely.
When Abigail tells Frank that the access to the secret escape route can be found in the library, activated by the book, and then there were none. This is already a hint that Abigail is misleading Frank. Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None is a story about a group of strangers locked in a remote house getting picked off one by one, not dissimilar to what is happening to the characters in the movie. In real life, Dan Stevens, who played Frank, also narrated an edition of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a crest visible in a few shots, such as on the library floor or the security gates over the front entrance, which heavily resembles the Dracula crest from some of the old Universal movies. And that's something that I haven't seen the old Dracula enough to know. So it's cool that they nodded to that, but I think only eagle eye viewers would notice that.
You know what? I didn't notice anything like. I noticed there was something on the floor. I did not know. No. Interesting.
For her character, Melissa Barrera developed the real name of Ana Lucia Cruz, explaining, I wanted it to be a reference to Dracula, to Lucy Westenra, the friend. I named her Ana Lucia and Cruz as in cross because that's what Cruz means in Spanish.
Yes.
Something that would kill a vampire that protects you from the vampire. So that ended up being her name, which is really cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
Catherine Newton admitted that filming the scene in the pool of bodies was the hardest day she's ever had on set, saying, it was really difficult. It was the hardest day I've ever had on set, and I consider myself athletic. I consider myself a professional athlete, but I knew that I wanted to make everyone really proud. I hope people like it because I was thinking about the audience, and I was like, do not underdeliver. And so every time I was like, wow, and I hope people like it.
Oh my, she did a good job.
She did a great job.
That was when it finally dawned on me what was happening there. I thought,
oh, could you even?
No. And it looked like she was floating in a vat of that chia seed pudding that we all ate in the early 2000s. Oh my God. Ugh. Yikes. She did a good job. She did her job.
Here's 4 hours worth talking about why the father looked like he did.
Well, because, I mean, he looked like he was supposed to look.
I don't like that. Inside the mansion, a regal portrait of Tony Ladomas from Ready or Not can be seen. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that.
No, there were portraits, there was heads, there was lots of stuff, but I can't tell you that I looked at any of that.
According to the co-director Tyler Gillette, however, the individual depicted in the frame is actually a distant ancestor, a great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. I don't know what that means.
Me either. What?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it sure doesn't. No, I saw all that stuff. I look, but if it wasn't there, I think we would have said, "Hey, that's not something's not right here." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was all okay.
The film opens with Abigail dancing in pointe shoes,
Yes,
and ballerinas don't dance en pointe until at least aged 11, as it can damage their still growing feet.
that is correct. And I think I read somewhere that she kind of taught herself the ballet because she has older sisters that were in theater stuff. And she kind of taught herself what she needed to know for that.
Huh, that's cool.
So, yes, no, when they were showing her in point, I thought those are not her feet because she's too young. So, but she was ancient.
Right.
But no, I don't think those were her feet. I think that
Well, how old is that little girl?
she's 16 now. And they said that she was 12 in the movie.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
I also just saw a bit of trivia where Angus Cloud had sent a series of dick drawings to production to see which one would actually go
which one they
on
like
his
best?
face. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. How 13-year-old boy can you be? That never goes away, does it?
No.
Oh, what heavens.
Um, contains 224 uses of the word fuck or its derivatives.
122?
224.
Oh, I only saw about 100 of them.
Yeah. When Frank says, "All right, let's go kill us a fucking vampire," it's a nod to George Clooney's quote in From Dusk Till Dawn, when he says, "All right, let's go kill us some fucking vampires." From Dusk Till Dawn is two criminals, uh, hijack an RV driven by a father and his two children, and they end up at a Mexican titty bar, where all of the staff are vampires.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They hijack an RV?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Harvey Keitel was the dad. Um, Salma Hayek was like the main dancer.
Oh,
Like Salma Hayek in like 1995.
oh my.
I mean, not that Salma Hayek in 2025 is bad because he's still a drop dead gorgeous woman,
Yeah.
but like 1995 Salma Hayek, it peak hotness.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hot with a capital hot. Yes.
She's gorgeous. Tell her to shut up.
Yes. If we were rich, we could be beautiful.
Catherine Newton is also a professional dancer who has trained in ballet and dance since she was young. And the sequence where Abigail is mentally taking over her, uh, Newton and the choreographer Belinda Murphy worked out a full dance routine. Newton then presented the three dance to the directors, assuming they might capture a piece of it to use in the film. Instead, the directors filmed the whole sequence and used all of it to show the power of Abigail and her appreciation of dancing as a weapon.
Oh. I thought that was pretty spectacular when she was doing all that spinning around and s the steam was flying off of her and the stuff was flying off of
Oh,
her.
yeah.
Very memorable.
Yeah. Um, Abigail's Rolls Royce registration number was BLU 9051. Is a tribute to Bela Lugosi, who played Dracula.
I did not even notice the
I
registration.
didn't either.
I looked at the wheels, I looked at the blinking thing under the car. Um, I didn't see the registration, sorry.
Much of the film is tinted as they were filming a lot of day for night, given the short nights in Ireland's summer.
Yes, okay.
The photos by Abigail's bedside in her main bedroom are of the filmmakers and their pets.
I like that.
The opening ballet performance was filmed at the Borghese Energy Theatre in Dublin, Ireland.
I read that, but I left it out because I thought, "I'm not gonna try to pronounce that."
Dublin, Ireland also was home to Dracula writer Bram Stoker.
Oh, okay, okay.
The character of Lambert, portrayed by Giancarlo Esposito, is named after the director of Dracula's daughter, Lambert Hillier.
Oh, okay.
At 17 minutes, Larry Fessenden cameos as the radio DJ, and it's the same character that he gave voice to in Radio Silence's segment in the horror anthology Southbound. Oh, this is funny. Dan Stevens and Matthew Good have both played a husband to Lady Mary on Downton Abbey. But as with Abigail, Stevens perishes first and never shares screen time with Good. Dan Stevens was Frank, and Matthew Good was father.
I don't watch Downton
I
Abbey.
don't either, but
Oh,
that's
interesting though.
yeah,
Okay. I've never seen one of those. That's something I keep thinking, maybe I should be watching that because I love all that history stuff about England on
yeah.
the TV, but I don't know.
This is the second time Matthew Good has played a vampire. The first time was on the AMC show Discovery of Witches.
Interesting. Everything goes around, comes around.
Yeah, that's about it for interesting stuff.
Okay. Well, I thought it was all very interesting. I mean, just the thought that, somebody thought this up. I think it's so cool. And they really did think it up. Yeah, there was a movie before, and um, the if if there were more universal monsters, they should all be like this. Because I thought this was pretty exciting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I think they came close with the Benicio del Toro, um, Anthony Hopkins Wolfman,
Okay.
but it just didn't hit the mark. And then the Wolfman that they put out, I don't know, last year, or the year before, was just very, very stupid. And the Mummy with Tom Cruise was just retarded.
Again, Tom Cruise's stupid face.
So sick of him. So, we were due for something good.
Okay. I enjoyed it. I'm surprised. I came in here thinking I am not gonna like
You
this.
did. You
I did.
you came in and said that.
I am not gonna like this. Just, the little bit of stuff I read because I try my very best not to read anything I don't have to about this movie. But I just thought, "Oh, it's gonna be tough," and, "Oh, I'm no." But wow, I thought it was okay. But I think that's my expanding horizons. You have opened my eyes to
Yeah,
things that
and
I would never have looked at before.
you read somewhere about found footage, and I think you were afraid of a found footage movie.
Certainly was.
And this is definitely not a found footage
No,
movie.
no, those guys just were involved in found footage.
Yeah.
That's all. That's their way, but I thought it was okay. Movie was okay. I liked it.
Yeah. For what it is, it's great.
Yeah, yeah, and
And according to IMDb, it is streaming on Peacock. So
okay.
it's on
Okay.
Prime and Peacock. So go find this movie wherever you are.
Yeah, I think it'd be worth it, and definitely make some beef stroganoff to go with it.
Oh my god,
Even
there's zero food in this movie. The Joey has a little packet of candies, and there's a bag of onions and a bag of garlic. There's there's
that's it.
no food consumed in
No.
this movie. The humans were the food.
Yes. Yes.
So we were on our own to make something for a meal, and I haven't made a beef stroganoff in probably a year.
Well, it was delicious.
This was an excellent batch. I'm only going to make it like that from now on.
Absolutely. It was beyond delicious. It was, well, because I haven't had a noodle in 4 months.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty delicious.
Listen, I'm not mad at a meal with egg noodles.
I love
And
that.
you don't need to season them. They can be just
I
salt and water egg noodles. I don't care.
Yep. I like extra pepper on my noodles. I'm sorry. I like
No,
extra
that's
pepper on
fine.
my
I
noodles.
I have been taking to throwing some bouillon in the noodle water because Justin's, I guess his taste buds are waking up.
Yeah, you've said that before. And why haven't we thought about that
I don't know.
before?
I don't know.
I have used chicken broth when I make rice for years. Why haven't I thought to put it in the noodle water?
Yeah.
What a that you can't even imagine that little bit of thing you do, and it's so
Oh
different.
yeah, just a little kick.
Yep. Yep. It just
It's a big difference.
sparks everything up and
Yeah.
yum. And you're right. This batch, and it's because you quit using the sour cream, you put in the chip dip and everything.
Yeah.
What a difference.
Yeah.
Those cheesy potatoes you made with the sour cream. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would ever put sour cream, and I love sour cream. I put sour cream on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, chip dip. I'm only going to use chip dip from now on.
Yep, absolutely. What a difference. I'm glad I saw that on the TikTok and
Yeah.
said that to you.
Because who'd have ever thought?
And yes, there's sour cream in chip dip, but there's so much other stuff that
Yeah. But chip dip, like, chip dip doesn't have like an offensive flavor to me.
where sour
Sour
cream
cream
is
is just such a offensive flavor to my mouth.
yep, I completely understand, and I think that's why I like it. But I like Greek yogurt too, and
Ugh.
there's no way in hell that I would substitute Greek yogurt for sour cream either.
Oof.
So, I love all that stuff, but wow, what a difference it was, and it was fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And, we've improvised before on food, so and there was no way we could make a meal out of a couple of dum-dums. And I lived in
No.
Bryan, Ohio, where they make the dum-dums, and I've had enough dum-dums. Had enough. And it always smells like dum-dums. You always know what they're making, you know. It smells like cherry, or it smells like apple, or it smells like pineapple. You can smell that throughout the town.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is crazy, but yeah. No, I can't make a meal on a sucker.
No.
I'm not that far into my dieting yet.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty magnificent. So
Yeah.
yeah, we did okay, and we did a crazy little video.
Yeah, we did a TikTok. It took us about 5 tries to make
I
it.
because I deleted it. I thought it was my phone. I thought, "What's my phone running for?" No, you dumbass. It's not your phone. See, it's running right now. Why I don't even remember looking at that. So, but anyway,
We got it worked out. It's fine.
I am Alexis's worst enemy.
It's true.
But I love it that our TikTok now is in front of your collection.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think it looks fabulous.
Yeah, it really does look good.
I just the only thing now that I see it in close up and personal is, gosh, I wish you would have anchored those to the wall. That's the only thing now that I see it, and there's so many, I wish they were anchored to the wall. But,
Oh, well, if I had that kind of time and money, I would have just had somebody come in and build a unit.
oh no, 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 all you need is anchors, two spots on the back of the
Mm,
wall, and but there's so many and it's so heavy, and if there were to be an accident, that would kill you. That would
yeah.
kill you. Or one of the kittens.
Well, there's room behind there. I don't know if there's enough room for a cat back there.
Okay.
And I know that they're heavy enough that a cat couldn't knock it over.
Oh God, no, no,
So
no.
I'm not super worried about that.
And you don't have anybody in here that would climb it, so
No.
but oof, there's a lot.
Yeah.
You can see it in our TikToks now, and I'm so excited that you can see it all.
We have been shopping.
Yeah,
Um
and you've done some good shopping. You spent your money wisely, I think, by taking advantage of the sales that have been going
oh,
on.
absolutely. Black Friday was 40% off Blu-rays and 50% off DVDs. So we spent 150 bucks.
Yeah,
And then they this last week for Christmas, they had been running 50% off on Blu-rays, DVDs, and 4Ks. So we had to go.
absolutely. And we have that new store in town.
Yep, there's a disc replay has
Yeah.
moved in to capitalize some of this market. And so I checked that out the other night, bought a couple movies.
Mm-hmm.
Their
Yeah.
their movie selection is a little small right now, but again, they just like I walked in there day one.
They just opened the door 15 minutes ago. Yeah.
It'll get bigger. I'm very confident that they'll do fine.
Yep. Hot dog. Yeah.
So, but we're supposed to be spending money on other people right now. We're dropping paychecks on movies for us. But I did get everything scanned. And with the movie that wouldn't scan this morning, what is the total up to? 910.
Wow.
And that's just what
That's
we
just
can
what's
see.
on the shelves.
Yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 more boxes upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And
yes.
that's not including the TV shows. There's that box and there's another box TV, all just TV
That
shows.
that whole Amazon box is TV?
The Chewy box, yeah.
Chewy box?
Yeah. That's all TV shows.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, and plus there's some movies next to Justin's side of the bed and that I can't get to because he's got his CPAP and shit all set up in a way that it's just really hard to get in there.
Well,
And
eventually you'll get to that. You still got upstairs to finish.
yeah, and he's got stuff in his room that we need to at least get cataloged.
Oh, right, right,
Because we went
right.
out shopping and he's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we just bought another one. And I'm like, well, we only spent $1 on it. So
Oh my gosh. But I think it looks great. Don't you think it looks
It,
good?
it looks really good. Um, and he said he's he said last week, he said, I want to watch a good Christmas classic. Let's he's like, but it's not streaming anywhere. The Exorcist. And I was just like, okay. Yeah. I was like, well, it's not streaming. So in my head I was just like, let me facilitate this for you. And I got on the internet and I found a copy of The Exorcist on Blu-ray
Oh
and
my
had it
God.
delivered to the house. And at first he was angry because he's like, I thought we weren't spending money. And it was just like, you said you wanted it.
Right.
So I got it.
And I can't believe you don't, in this whole thing, you don't have an exorcist.
Well, it's because you don't see it very often.
Oh,
But while I was out at Disc Replay, they had a copy for about $1.50 less than what I bought it new.
oh well.
And I was just like, well, I'm not gonna cry about
No,
it
not for a dollar. No. Uh-uh.
because whatever. Uh, and then when we were at Allied Records yesterday, they had two copies of it on DVD, which I'm surprised we don't have it on DVD either.
Right. Absolutely.
So,
Interesting. Okay. But yeah,
but
it's okay.
I found it the cheapest at Walmart, and at Walmart, in order to get free shipping, you have to spend $35. And I was just like, put the gun down. I'll spend $35.
Don't force me.
So I got The Exorcist. I got 30 Days of Night. I got Major Pain on
Oh,
Blu-ray,
that's one of my favorites.
and I got this the original Stephen King's It miniseries on Blu-ray.
Oh my goodness.
So so I got four movies for $35. I don't think that's a bad deal when The
No.
Exorcist was $15.
Right. No. Plus, you certainly have a comprehensive collection.
Yeah, there's a little something for everybody here.
Absolutely.
But I think when we get to a phase where we can start sorting, I think that one full cabinet is going to be um horror.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Well, yeah, you like that about the best, don't you?
Yeah, that's our favorite. Why'd this turn off?
It just all of a sudden went to no signal. I thought, is the wind blowing? But it doesn't seem to be.
No, weird.
So, yeah, I think it looks great. I'm so excited that you've got it up and that we can use it for our backdrop because I think it's perfect.
Yeah, and when I get some time and a little bit of brain power, I'm going to go through and start pulling movies. That way we can have an idea of what we have on hands, what will be easy to do based on what I have on hands.
Oh,
Um and then go make plans from there.
oh my God. I would just love to go over there and alphabetize everything. But that would not be conducive to your collection. Your collection would not be correct alphabetized.
Well, I think it would be fine if it was alphabetized. But I do think that we're just not at a place to even think about that yet.
I know, but that's the organizer in me. I just want to go over there and organize.
Yeah.
But you got to get it set up to genre. You got to set it up to, this and that and the other thing
Yeah.
way before you can alphabetize
And we
anything.
gotta figure out all the shit that we have still. We
Right,
still have shit that's uncovered.
right. You have to do this completely before you can define it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
But the picker in me wants to do that. Think it looks great. I think it's great. I think it's perfect for us. I think it's great when we do our TikToks that that's behind us. I
yeah,
think it's fabulous.
it's pretty cool.
So yeah. Yay. Want to do dead people?
Yeah, let's do dead people.
I got.
I forgot about them.
Oh dear. Okay. There were a lot, and there's more that we didn't do. We were talking about it yesterday. There's some odd people that, I know who they were, and like I said, she knew who they were, and we didn't do them. So a lot of young people too.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start out with Steve Cropper. Steve Cropper at 84. He was a songwriter, actor, producer. He was with the Booker T and the MGs.
He was with the Blues Brothers.
Yes, he did the Blues Brothers. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's cool.
One of his songs is "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everybody knows this guy, whether they know him or not. He had recently had a fall
Oh.
and complications from that.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. Um,
But 84, I mean.
right, right. And the music he made, unbelievable,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Carrie Haragataki
That's Kiri.
Goa.
Hold on, what's his name? It's Hiroyuki.
Okay,
And I only know Hiroyuki because one of the Iron Chef's name was Hiroyuki. Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Tagawa. Okay.
He's from Mortal Kombat.
Yep, actor, producer at 75, complications from a stroke.
Mm.
He did lots of villains.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
2000, this was weird. In 2016, he acquired Russian citizenship. He had, and I did not understand this. He has a Japanese mother and a Japanese American father. What sent him to become a Russian citizen? But he died in the United States. It said he died here.
And Russian citizenship is kind of hard to get. So you
I,
you have to know somebody. Like Steven Seagal has Russian citizenship because Putin likes him.
ew, that's awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just thought that was so odd. In 2016 also, which isn't that far back.
no, I don't know. And I really do feel like you have to know somebody pretty high up in Russia in order to just get Russian citizenship. They don't just hand that out to foreigners.
No, no. And it probably cost him a pretty penny. Okay, then we have Frank O. Gehry at 96. He was an architect. His his birth name is Frank Owen Goldberg.
Okay.
Uh, he became famous by building things that were not wanted materials, and he turned them into sculptural beauties.
Cool.
Yeah, beautiful things. He's done beautiful things. Uh, Jeff Garcia at 50, he was a voice actor. He had a stroke a bit ago, and he died from a pneumonia and an aneurysm.
Oh my god.
Jimmy Neutron, Marmaduke, Happy Feet. He was in
Marmaduke.
a lot of stuff.
Okay.
That's just stuff I knew you'd know,
Yeah.
but he's been in tons of stuff. Then we have Jim Ward at 66. He was also a voice actor. He died from Alzheimer's.
66. That's
Yeah.
too young.
He had one of the um very difficult forms of it.
Oh, that sucks. That's way too young to have that.
Absolutely. That he's best known for things like Fairly Odd Parents, Hey Arnold, and Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, okay.
These two guys, are there any Are there going to be any voices left for these movies
I don't think so.
and TV shows? I mean, these guys did literally everything.
Yeah.
So sad day for voice actors. Then we have Sophie Kinsella, 55. She was an author, and she died from brain cancer.
Oh, that sucks.
She was best known for her Shopaholic series of books.
Yeah, Confessions of a Shopaholic.
Yep, and there was also a movie that were combined two of her books. I think I read. She had 5 children. I saw a picture of her.
God.
She looked really young, and it said she left behind 5 children, but, yikes. All right, here was a surprise one. Actor Peter Green at 60.
Yeah.
Um,
No cause of death.
I didn't see anything.
But the pictures they kept showing were he looked sick.
He did.
He looked ill.
His skin did not look well, and
He looked thin,
Yeah.
gaunt.
yeah. So he must have had something, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And the last one I have is Abraham Quintanilla.
Quintanilla.
Quintanilla. At 86, he was Selena's father.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were a lot of famous people that died in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. But this is just the ones that we recognized. That we thought you might recognize.
Yeah.
So
Because who hasn't seen Mortal Kombat?
right. I mean, absolutely. And some of the buildings that Frank Gehry has produced are, and of course, right off the top of my head, I cannot say one of them. But
It's okay. It's a
You
good thing
know-
this isn't a quiz.
yeah, well, I would have failed that anyway. Uh, the part of the part of the old age questionnaire that they give people. Thank God I aced the face of a clock, so I did not have to go any further into the cognizant test.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't remember my name. They give you a list of words and then they ask you at the end of the test to repeat them. I don't remember one of them.
No.
Apple?
Listen.
I can't remember one of them. So
Do you want all the words to Karma Chameleon? Got it.
absolutely.
Do you want to know what I had for dinner yesterday?
Not a
Good luck,
chance.
'cause I don't know.
Not a chance. And if you gave me a list of words 5 minutes ago, I wasn't
Gone.
paying attention. I'm sorry.
In one ear and out the
But
other.
Thank God I was able to make the face of a clock.
Jeez, what's going to happen when you can't see?
Oh, Lord. Oh my God, I don't even know. I can't even imagine. Maybe I can fake it.
Hmm. Can you draw one from memory?
I think I could. Well, yeah, I had to draw a clock from memory. Who uses a clock anymore? I keep thinking, my God, the first grader today in 60 years, they say, draw a face of a clock. They'll go, what?
Right.
They'll draw a square or they'll draw a phone with a button on the side of it. They won't even have a chance to do a clock. Yeah, so
Oh, that's how there's a whole like series of like how you know where you are generationally speaking on how you hand gesture a telephone. How do you gesture a phone?
Phone?
Like that.
Pick up the phone?
With your thumb and your pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids much younger than me pick up a phone.
Pick up a phone like this?
Pick up a phone like they're holding a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because kids now have never seen a telephone.
I saw a TikTok where a woman and her daughter were standing and a rotary it was a touch tone telephone was sitting on a stove And the girl's just looking at it, and the mom's like, "This is a phone," and she's just like, "Well, how do I put it on do not disturb?" And the mom is like, "This is how you put it on do not disturb." And she took the handle off the off,
handset off and put it on the stove. Yeah.
and she's like, "This is how you put it on do not disturb." And the daughter was just like, "I don't. This is not computing." Just the bewilderment on this child's face.
Right. And I've seen the same thing where the child is looking at the phone. It's a rotary phone, and they say dial your phone number.
And they're touching the
And
numbers.
yeah, they're trying to push on the circles. And no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's called technology.
Yeah.
And you know, and I'm only 69. Who would have ever thought I would say streaming? I stream my TV now.
Oh, 30 years ago, this wasn't even a thought in my head.
I remember when I was a little kid, we had a TV and we had literally four channels, 11, 13. We watched a channel called 24, which was I don't know. It was a different type of channel, UHF, UA.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
eh,
sure.
I don't even remember. And we could watch a channel out of Detroit, and I think it was channel 2. I am not sure, but we could get that channel out of Detroit. And ABC, NBC, and CBS, that's what we watched. We watched those channels. And then later on, public TV came on, and that was on channel 36.
Okay.
And we started watching that, and that you watch stuff on that Big Bird. And and I remember when you were born, we had a black and white TV.
Yeah.
And when we got a color TV, you said Big Bird's yellow? You were surprised that Big Bird was yellow.
Listen, such things can rattle a person.
I imagine they can. But yeah, you saw black and white TV. I mean,
Oh, yeah. And
not everybody had.
I remember nap time at grandma's house going up into her room, and she had a black and white TV in her room.
Yeah.
And she had a black and white TV in her room probably until she died, right?
Yes. Yes, that was a black and white TV. Yes. Yeah. But, when I was a kid, we literally had four stations. And then we got cable. When you were little, we'd always had cable then.
Yeah.
We'd had cable.
Oh, yeah.
So we had a lot of channels. But yeah, when you hear people say we had four channels and I was the channel changer, I was the channel changer.
Yeah.
I was the volume control. Go over there and turn the TV up. Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, who would think in my short lifetime, and the big scheme of things, 69 years is not very long, that we have come all this way and I would be streaming TV.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
For when Netflix sent you discs in the mail. So,
Yes.
it's wild how far everything has come.
Yes, that is correct. You did do that, didn't you? Oh
Yep.
my God. Oh, it's hard to believe that we have come to where we are, and that so many people are not up to speed.
Yeah.
I try to be current. I don't want to be, but I try to be.
Well, that's because you have two millennial children that are just going to drag you into this kicking and screaming, whether you like it or not.
Oh, I know. I'm trying. I'm trying to stay not sound so stupid.
Be hip with the kids.
Oh.
Listen, it's wild because I work with a girl that's like 25, and just like the difference in the way she sees things from the way I see things is fucking wild. And I'm not that old.
Nuh-uh. No, you are not.
But it's it's crazy to me that girl is 25 And I'm old
Well,
enough to be her mother.
that's a whole generation younger than you.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my Lex.
Not that old.
Oh my God. And I can't be that old 'cause I'm 2 generations.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Crazy. Hearing these
Gonna-
young kids at work, it's just like, oh my God. I remember that. That was 20 years ago. That was 30 years ago.
I'm gonna go home and cry.
It's rough. And
Oh,
it's not put in my face very often, but sometimes it's really, really a kick in the pants.
wow.
Because, like I said, I'm not that old. I'm just a kid having fun.
Yep. I
I'm
hear you.
going to be 44.
Oh my God. Isn't even possible.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh Lord. Well, I keep trying to say I'm 31, but it's getting harder every day.
Yeah.
My knees make it harder. My elbows make
Oh,
it harder.
I got in bed last night and I knew my left knee wanted to crack and I couldn't get
Oh,
into a position, and then Ash had to come knead my feet so I couldn't move, and like my knee hasn't cracked yet,
oh no.
and so it hurts real bad today. Like 43, everything's falling apart.
I know.
I got a
Last night,
sleep injury.
yes, last night I woke up, my tailbone hurts again.
Oh,
Ow. Awful.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
But moving on to better things.
Yes.
Our next episode is going to be our 100th recording.
You didn't hear it, but the glitter cannon just went off.
Yeah.
And the Yahoo balloons are up, and yeah, it's our 100th movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going to watch our lost episode, which is why we've watched 101 movies and we watched 100 movies and only have 99 recordings.
Right. So,
So that'll be fun. It's taken us a long time to get here, but we're finally here, and
you know what? When we started this, I would have said, if they'd said you're going to make 100 movies, I said no, not a chance.
we're going to lose interest real fast.
Yeah.
We haven't. This
No.
is fun.
Oh my God, I think it is. I think this ridiculousness and the difference. I mean, because we're 2 different generations, I
Yeah.
think that really puts a whole different spin on everything.
Yeah.
And how many times have I shocked us both by saying, "I like that movie."
An insane amount of times.
It,
And they're all shoot 'em ups. Everybody's dead.
everybody, blood, guts, gore, and shoot 'em up. Who would have ever thought that I would like that stuff?
That my mild-mannered mother likes a likes a gang movie where everybody's just shooting everybody.
Even the cat. I do. I mean, I have surprised myself so many times saying, "I like that." Everything about it, I liked it. This one, the settings and the little bit of story that there was to it, and the fact that I didn't think that that little girl was the vampire, and then the way she killed everybody, and oh my God,
Yeah.
it was a good movie.
This was a good movie.
Yeah.
I think this was the perfect ending to our favorite movies.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we started
Absolutely.
off on one of my favorites, and it was kind of a weird note,
Yeah.
but it was also about vampires.
Oh yeah, okay. We've watched a lot of vampire movies.
We have, but it only seemed appropriate that we started our 90 to 99 countdown with a vampire movie and ended with a vampire movie.
Yeah. It turned out did you plan this, or did it just is this serendipity?
Well, it just kind of happened that way.
Okay. All
And
right.
then when things were shaken out the way they were, it was just like, well, no, this is the only logical ending.
Yes, absolutely.
So come back in a couple weeks with us to celebrate our 100th episode. We'll probably give a rundown of every movie we've ever watched.
I'm gonna have to get my books out because I don't remember all of them.
And just we're gonna, of course, we're gonna have the details on Identity.
Yes,
We'll have the deets on that. We'll have something to say.
yes. And we're not having food from the farm.
No, we're not. We're not having Bob Evans.
No,
I have never eaten Bob Evans since.
I haven't either.
It's been like
I
4 years.
have not done that either. I
Like, and just the other day, Justin was like, those chicken buckets they made, those chicken and French fry meals. It's like I really do kind of miss those. And I
oh
was just like, those were bomb.
yeah, but I'd be afraid. I'd be afraid. Once you've had something like years and years ago, I had an egg McMuffin and it made me sick.
Oh,
I have not had an egg McMuffin since then.
oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was, quote unquote food poisoning or if I had a cold or something, but I have not eaten an egg McMuffin
I
since.
I have only just begun eating restaurant soup again
Oh
because that's what
wow.
made me sick was the
You
soup.
because that's the only thing Justin and I did not eat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yikes.
I've only just started trying restaurant soup again.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that kind of colors your whole outlook on life
Yeah.
when something like that happens and
Oh, I thought I
yeah.
was gonna die. It was awful
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I believe you. I absolutely
because I was
believe
just
you.
like, I can't remember a time in my life when I wasn't vomiting.
Oh, oh my God. And I know you're like me. I don't want to ever vomit.
No.
That's the very
And I like threw my back out vomiting.
oh
So like
no.
when I was like that next Monday, that following Monday, like I was getting ready to go to work and I couldn't snap my bra. And Justin had already gone to work. And I had to call my boss and said, listen, I had food poisoning over the weekend and I have thrown my back out so much that I cannot dress myself to come to work.
Oh no. I remember that. Oh no. I don't remember that it was your bra that kept you home. I thought you
Oh,
just stayed home because you had been so sick over the
no.
weekend.
I could not put my bra. I could get it on, but I couldn't fasten it.
Right.
And what's the point of having it on if you can't fasten
Well,
it?
should have just went commando.
Not going to work like that.
I understand. I understand. Oh Lord, but yeah, 100 episodes. Who would have ever thought we would last
Yeah.
this long
Yeah.
and have so much fun and learn so much?
Yeah.
My
I'm
gosh.
still throwing out little tidbits of shit. Like we watched Terminator was on TV last night, so I was throwing out a little bit of trivia from Terminator that we watched,
Gosh.
30 episodes ago.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that it's lasted this long. I'm thrilled that we're still having fun. I'm sorry that I screwed up our TikTok.
It's
We'll never
fine.
do that
Don't
again.
ever touch my phone again.
We'll never touch your phone again. I'm fine. See where mine is sitting?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was annoyed for about 5 seconds. It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
we recovered and we have a better TikTok.
Yeah, it turned out better.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So
But yay.
stick with us. We already have the next few movies after 100 planned.
Yeah.
So we're actually pretending to try this year.
Yeah, we're good. We've gotten a little bit of organization going.
Yeah.
We've discussed what 6, 8 movies into the future.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got things written down.
Yeah, I printed a calendar.
Yeah, we're gonna after this we're gonna start with our spooky movies.
Yep, we're gonna
And then
double back
then
to
we're gonna-
Halloween.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have a Christmas movie.
Yep.
And then we're gonna move on from there.
Yep.
So we're planning, we're organizing, we're putting a little into this.
Yeah. if we're gonna keep it up, we might as well do it right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for being here with us. We appreciate every one of you.
Yes.
And join us on our next episode for episode 100. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.